Hey folks, welcome back to the farm. We're actually on the way out of the farm here. I'm still not up to 100%, still a little sick, but I'm getting cabin fever, so I need to get out of the house. So I want to go look at some campgrounds because I want to do some more camping this year. So I thought, what better way to do it? And it's something I can go out without being around a bunch of people. So stick around. We're going to check a few places out. Now all of these campgrounds are within about an hour of the homestead here. We've been looking for places to camp since we came here to Nebraska 3 years ago. I guess a little over 3 years ago now. But I don't know what it is about the campgrounds around here. They just really don't have camping figured out like they do in California. Here, campgrounds are all in a row. They're pavement, and it's like camping in a parking lot. And if there's a lake or a river or something like that, there's no real access to it. It's like a half a mile away from the campground, which out in California, I'm used to camping right on the creek or the river or on the lake where you have full access to it from your campground. You can fish from your camp spot and everything else like that. But here, just not the case. But I found a couple places that seem promising, so hopefully they are. Brought some road snacks. Has anybody else figured out that as they got older that they're starting to like black licorice? I hated the stuff when I was a kid, but now as an adult, an older adult, I found that I have a taste for it, which is, I don't know, it's pretty good. All right, we're here at our first destination. This is called Pressy State Park. Got some picnic tables and kind of a group camping area here, looks like. The river is just on the other side of those little trees right there. It looks like there's some more secluded areas back in the trees. Let's keep going down the road. Ooh, they even got a little merry-go-round. Little jungle gym here. Some swings, a pit toilet. Looks like they got a pavilion here that you can use. They must have a camp host in here part of the year. Still got a little bit of snow down here. These campsites here look like they're a little closer to the river. Let's get out and check it out. Got a little pull-through campsite here with a fire pit, and right here next to the river. Get some river access. Looks like a little trail here. A little bank that you can fish off of down here. Pretty cool. Somebody dug a big hole down there for something. Not a bad little spot. Looks like there's a few spots all along the side of the road here. No tables, but we have our own table in the camper. Our camper's set up self-contained, so we don't need any hookups or anything. And by camper, I mean trailer. Kelly and I built our own camper out of a 14-foot cargo trailer called a tramper, cross between a trailer and a camper. But nice little riverfront campsite here. Boy, that's a monster oak tree there. These sites here have some tables. Looks like somebody's been moving tables around. This extra table down here was probably for that one behind us. But got kind of a beach area here. This would be a good little campsite. You could put your lawn chair down there and do some fishing. Looks like the water's a little deeper over here. And this keeps on going down here, so this is definitely a possibility. I'm trying to see where we could pull the trailer in. There's an area here off the road. I'm guessing people park their trailers up here on this flat area right here. Cool. Let's go down, check out this area further down here. Opens up quite a bit down here on this other end, and there's another set of bathrooms here. And it looks like that's a turnaround on the road up here. There's gates to where you can't go any further. Might even be a tank dump up there for the people that need that. This looks like the end of the line here. Now here's a campsite way down here on the end. Looks like somebody has driven down here, but I don't think you're supposed to because there's barriers up by the road. But nice little secluded campsite. If you wanted to tent camp down here. A little bit of river access. Like a little trail here. Not much of a beach, but at least you can see the river. Looking back the other direction, the campground shows some promise. I like that it's close to the water, and that campsite down there with the beach area would be nice. Even though you can't park the trailer right in the campsite, it's not too far away. Just up the hill a bit. But here's the barriers they got. I don't know. People must have been driving through here. I thought this was an RV dump site looking from down the way, but it's not. It's just some posts to keep you from going any further, and then there's a gate on the other side of that tree. It's probably private property down the other end past this turnaround. Well, let's head back towards the truck. Now I wish when people disrupt campsites like this and start moving tables around that they would move them back when they're done, but that's not often the case. And somebody left a pallet down there by the river that they should have taken back with them. But I'm thinking this area right here would work out. We could pull the trailer in here fairly close and then just have a little slight walk down here to the river and the campsite. Might work out pretty nice. Somebody left some firewood here. But this beach would work out real nice for fishing and stuff. Water's kind of high right now because we're in the middle of the snow melt. But it'll go down later on in the year. Probably be a nice little beach area right here once it goes down. Pretty sandy here in this part of Nebraska. Got kind of a little eddy right here that would be good for catfishing probably if it's deep enough. It'd also be a good place to put kayaks in and out too if there was another place you could find to put in or take out from here. Alright, well I think this is the best spot of this place. Very promising, like we said. Much better than what we've seen so far. Now this campground here where we're parked would almost be a better campsite because you could pull the trailer right up in here to your campsite. We'd have to bring one of those tables back down here or just use our own. The river access though is not quite as nice, but there still is access. And I headed back out of the park here. I thought I'd drive out here towards the back side of the group camp area over there and lo and behold, there's a drive area you can get back in here. Lots of trees right next to the river. Got a couple different river accesses here. Nice little area. Be a little cold for the spring, but this be a good area here for the summer. Be nice and cool in here. Prospects. Nice spot. We could put the trailer here in close. We could probably back it right into here next to the table. We would just have to watch the low limbs coming in, but we could come in and come around this way and then back right in here. Our trailer's not too long. It's easy to get in these tight areas. So cool. Another spot. There's a few spots in here, but this one here right on the river is the most promising. The group area over here actually has hookups. There's 4 electrical hookups here. You could put some trailers all right in a row here if you're camping with other people. You probably notice all the landscape around here is brown. That changes here fairly soon in the spring. All of this buffalo grass dies off in the winter. Unlike other states where everything's nice and green in the winter because there's a lot of moisture, everything's nice and green here in the summer. A little different. Okay, we're back on the road on our way to our next prospect. It's called Hidden Valley Campground. It's a private campground, not owned by the state. I looked them up on their website. They charge $30 a night, but it looks like a fairly nice place. So if it's a real nice place, it would be worth it. So let's head on over there. Okay, we have arrived to Hidden Valley Campground. We came up to a gate. I called the owner this morning, and even though the campground is closed for the season, he said go on ahead and go through the gate, no problem. Take a look around. So we'll get through the gate here. Looks like we got a couple ponds down here, which I did hear about on the website. And I guess there's fishing in these ponds as well. Nice looking ponds. Beautiful piece of property. Kind of out of the way. It's like we got a bunch of campsites down here in the middle. We'll get out and give you a better look here in a second. Alright, there's the one pond here. Probably a 2 or 3 acre pond. Then you have all the campsites here in the middle. Looks like electric and water. I don't see any sewer hookups, but again, I don't need those. Looks like bathrooms up there on the hill. So let's take a walk over to the other pond over here. Here's the other pond. Still got some ice on top of it. Apologize, it's getting a little windy down here. Now there's campsites all along this side and then down the middle. And then all along the other side. It'd probably be too people-y for me in here, but I do see a campsite over there that's promising. Get away from the hustle bustle of a busy campground if it gets busy here. Well, here's this secluded campsite over here, and look what we have right next to the river. This is the same river that the other campground was on. This is the South Loop River. This is just the upper portion of it, so it's not quite as big. But got a decent flow through here. And it looks like you could do some fishing. And probably in the summer when it slows down, you could probably swim in the river. But there's kind of a meandering little path that goes back in here. Let's check that out. Path follows along the river here, probably for fishing access. But it's nice they keep it cleared out so you can walk down through here. It's not all overgrown. Even a picnic table back here. Now this is really secluded here. You got the river on one side, the pond on the other. Pretty cool. Can't beat that. I could probably back my trailer right in through here. Be a nice little secluded little campsite in here. I don't know what this old rickety table's doing in here, but won't hurt nothing. Yeah, we could back our trailer right here into this spot. This would be nice and secluded. Have our own little area over here. And very close access to the river and the pond. You got like a little mini boat ramp here, I'm sure, to launch little boats and canoes or kayaks or paddle boats or whatever you want to launch in here. Got a pathway that goes around the outside of this pond. Looks like it follows. There's like a dam here between the pond and the river. Got a little picnic table here next to the path where you can sit down while you're fishing or something. And then the river's right on the other side of the dam here. That's probably where the pond gets its water. It's probably the same level as the river there. Pretty sweet. I got a little lazy river here if you wanted to throw an inner tube in it and go a little ways. It looked like a spot over there you could get off or get out at. Pretty slick. Even got a nice little open grassy area here on the other side of the pond. I wouldn't even mind camping over here. We don't need anything. Apparently there's some beavers around here. They've been chewing stuff up. Well, I'm going to go get the pickup and then I want to drive back down this road. I thought I saw some stuff up here along the river. I wonder if it's part of the same property. We'll check it out. Well, we came over on the road. Come to this rickety looking wooden bridge. I am not going to drive my truck across this, but it looks like somebody's driven a tractor across it, so it might be pretty stout. But this is just a big bend in the river here, is all this is. Be a nice little fishing area here. You could fish even off the bridge. It's not like it's a busy bridge or anything. Well, we've seen the campground. Let's roll on out of here. Well, I must say I like this campground, especially the proximity to water, which is what I enjoy. Got this campground figured out. Now I imagine this campground probably gets pretty busy in the summertime, but luckily Kelly and I don't really camp in summertime because we don't have an AC on our trailer, and it can get fairly warm here in the summer. We like camping in the spring and the fall when it's still around 70 degrees and the kids are in school, so a lot less people camping during those periods. Looks like they have some extra campsites up here up top, right next to the pavilion. This is the pavilion here. Lots of barbecues. They've got a couple smokers. There's an outdoor kitchen area here. Probably have some nice little get-togethers up here. Found all their rates on the wall here. If you want to just come for fishing, it's $5 a day for 16 and over. And then they have family prices also. And then there's their prices for camping. Now I wonder if you camp in a trailer in a tent site, if it's still $20, if they charge you the $30. I'll have to inquire because we don't need hookups, like I said. They even sell night crawlers. Here's all the little registration papers, and they have a little box here to put it in if nobody's here. Ooh, it's getting chilly out there. We got the gate locked. It was real nice of the owners to let us go in and check the place out, even though it's closed for the season. People are still nice that way here in Nebraska. So let's move on to our next site. And in case you want to know, this campground that we just visited, the Hidden Valley Campground, it is between Arnold and Callaway, Nebraska on the river. So look up Hidden Valley Campground. I believe the address, is Callaway. If not, look for Arnold. So our next campsite or campground we're going to look at is actually in Arnold, Nebraska. So we'll see you there. Okay, we just arrived here at the Arnold Campground and Recreation Area, just south of the little town of Arnold, Nebraska. So their camping fees here are $25 a night, water and electrical included, and you can throw in one tent on top of that. $10 for primitive camping, which is what we would do. So that's cool. Looks like they have a lake out here. So let's check this out. Well, probably should call it a pond. Looks to be fairly good size though. Now we crossed over the river getting here. I'm wondering if there's any river access as well. I'm guessing the river is over here in this area behind the trees, which doesn't look like there's a lot of access. Got a little island out here. It's cool. Got a channel that goes around the island. Still frozen over a little bit. Got open water out there though. Got some little day use areas or tent camping areas over here. Pond goes pretty far over there. Got a little dock here. Pretty well set up. Still don't see any river access. But that's not a deal breaker though, because they have a nice pond here. Look at that little site there. It's probably just day use. A little peninsula there. I'm guessing this little wash right here goes down to the river, but it's all overgrown. Got some bathrooms over here. Got a handicap parking spot with handicap dock. Wow. Got a big pavilion. This pavilion here is made out of grain bin sides. You can see the curvature of them. Those are pretty handy for roofs. Got a nice little playground here for the kids. Got teeter-totters and jungle gym and slides and the spinning wheel of death over there on the other side of the swings. Ooh, look at this campsite here. Over here all by its lonesome, right next to the water. Not a primitive site, but it is secluded, so that's cool. I like it. Another site right here. Let's continue on around. Over here on the other side of the pond, they got 2 beach volleyball courts here. And then looks like more camping with hookups. Not my kind of camping over here, just parked out here in the grass. It looks like there's 2 rows of campsites there. One comes in off the backside, and this another road over here. Like a rodeo arena over here on this side. Wonder if that's still in use. Looks like there's a road that goes in there from somewhere, and then there's campsites on either side of the road. Yeah, there's a road coming up here. Nice tables and such. Yeah, this is where the road goes in there. Looks like you just drive out over the grass pretty much. Back side of the pond over here. And then this looks to be a road in the summertime. A little messed up here in the winter. I see some more campsites over by the pond. And then camping out in here as well. They've got hookups here along the road. And then another road that goes in there, that muddy road. There's campsites on the other side as well. Over right next to the pond on this side of the pond. So good water access. There's several campsites over there. Right on the pond. Little loop road here we turned in on wasn't too muddy. But check out this little site. It's by itself too. Right here next to the water, you could literally fish right off your campsite. And then there's two more here. Electricity and water. That looks to be about it. We're back around, back to the entrance again, over here to the left. We stopped here to look at the rules. That doesn't say anything about fishing in the pond, but we'll check into that. But all in all, fairly nice camp area. All right, well, both of these campgrounds, the last two that we visited, are fairly close to little small towns, especially this one. You can go to a restaurant or grocery store or whatever you need to do, so you're not too far away from civilization. I would venture to say that during the road rally here, they have a over-the-road race here every, I think it's spring here in Nebraska. I bet you these campgrounds are full during that. I bet you they all come in here and hang out at the campgrounds. But there's a store here in town called the Exchange that is supposed to have really good pizza. So I ordered one before we came into the campground here. So should be about ready by now, and then we'll have some pizza for supper. All right, we're here at the Exchange to pick up our pizza. Hopefully it's as good as people say. All right, got our pizza. I did talk to the lady in the store. There is fishing at the pond down there. It's spring fed apparently. And I was a little worried that it was like a aeration pond or something like that, but it's not. But it doesn't say anything about fishing on the shack there, so probably takes a little more inquiry to figure out what the regulations are up there for fishing. I'm going to have me a piece of this pizza because I'm not going to be able to make it home smelling it. See if it's what it's cracked up to be. Well, as pizza goes, it was nothing to write home about. Edible at best. But I ordered a barbecue Hawaiian pizza. It came with barbecue sauce, Canadian bacon, pineapple, and green pepper. Which, if I had saw the green pepper, I would have told her to hold that. Strange combination for a Hawaiian pizza, and I don't really care for green pepper on my pizza that tastes too green. So we're going to head back home. It's about almost an hour to get back home. So we'll see you then, unless something video-worthy happens. All right, folks, we are almost home. The sun is getting low in the sky. I wanted to cover something real quick that I came across the other day talking to some friends at breakfast at coffee. One of the gentlemen there was under the assumption that when you subscribe to a YouTube channel, it costs you money. And I had to explain to them that YouTube is free. It does not cost you any money unless you go above and beyond. Like if you support a channel through Patreon or something like that, or do a super thanks or super chat or something like that. That's the only way it'll cost you money, and you have to agree to that It'll actually pop up and ask you to confirm and all that. But just subscribing to a channel does not cost you a dime. Now, if you want to see or want to be notified, say like when one of our videos comes up, you would also not only hit the subscribe button, you'd hit that little bell icon, and then it will let you know when a new video pops up. Now, looking through the analytics recently, 86% of the people that watch our channel are not even subscribed to our channel. So hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you a penny. I don't do this in every video. I don't hound people to subscribe, but it does help the channel. And if you want to help our channel, that's the best way to do it, because if our videos aren't popular, YouTube does not recommend them to people in their feed. So we want to get out to as many people as we can and help them learn how to do things the old way and be more self-sufficient. And that's one way you can help us do that. So hit that button. So Ruby's happy to see me. What are you doing, Ruby? Ooh, ow. Crazy dog. Gotta pull the garbage cans in. You want to help me pull the garbage cans in? No? Ruby, where's your sister at? Huh? Brandy! Where's she at? There she is. You got chasing rabbits? You got chasing rabbits? Ruby, don't jump on her. What are you doing, Pup? Boy, Ruby's a nut. Ow! And she has a tendency to hit you in them. Alright, we're going to get these pups inside, get everybody warmed up. I was glad to find a couple nicer campgrounds out here, even though they're good for Nebraska, but we're used to camping like in the wilderness next to a stream, stuff like that. And I think I'm just going to have to suck it up and realize that we're just not going to have that here. Let me know in the comments if I'm just being a big baby or not. So, till next time, stay safe, stay healthy. We love you guys. I'm going to go in here and make some hot chocolate, I think, because it sounds really good right now. So, we'll see you guys next time. Come back and see us here on the farm. Mmm.